Welcome to the final episode in our 3-part series, covering our summer 4-wheel drive adventure through New Zealand's breathtaking South Island. It's been a wild ride so far, kicking it off with a gearbox failure on day 1 that set us back a few days. But since then we've been making up for lost time, clocking serious kilometres in the long summer days and soaking in some of the most spectacular landscapes New Zealand has to offer. Now with our schedule back on track, we're slowing things down to truly savour the last leg of this journey. In this episode, expect epic scenery, crystal clear rivers, remote backcountry huts and top tier swimming spots, not to mention some proper fun off-roading as we make our way towards the final destination, the beautiful Mavora Lakes. Settle in for a more relaxed paced episode and let's get stuck into the last chapter of this unforgettable adventure.
Good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is day 3 of our summer adventure, although it doesn't seem very summery today. It's about 7:30 in the morning. If you missed the last couple of episodes, I highly recommend going and checking them out first. You'll see how we've got here. But yeah, absolutely epic spot up here in the mountains. The sandflies are brutal though, so I'm trying to just keep moving while I wait for everyone else to wake up, because everyone else stayed up to midnight to see the new year in, and I'm feeling pretty crook, so I decided to pack it in early. But anyway, yeah, just wandering back to the hut now, and we'll probably start packing up shortly, have ourselves a little bit of brekkie. I think it might even be a cooked breakfast this morning, which will be mint. Oh my gosh. And off we go.
The drive back down the riverbed was an awesome opportunity for Ilsa to get some extra seat time behind the wheel. While the track is mostly well formed, there were still plenty of bumpy river crossings and the occasional waterhole to keep things exciting. If you're keen to check out this track, I've left a link in the video description to Adventure Guide, a fantastic New Zealand based app with a huge variety of tracks and even pre-planned routes. You can find this track on there as well as many more. As we made our way down the track, the valley began to open up and the clouds lifted, revealing a landscape bursting with colour. With the sun now shining and the water looking crystal clear, it wasn't long before Ilsa began looking for the perfect swimming spot.
found this absolutely mint swimming spot. I don't want to go swimming because I don't like the cold, but Ilsa is straight into it. Cold?
No, like a star.
You've lost your breath, I don't believe you. Hector. I'm feeding Greg in the bottom
Lost and found, nothing left to do but
we climb here, Els.
Everything. It makes you feel like you're in another country. There's so many different types of scenery in New Zealand.
So much terrain.
Yeah.
Not too tight, not too tight. Lovely, well that is the end of the track that we headed into last night that takes us to Cowshed Hut. So awesome track, highly recommend it. Just take some sandfly spray because that was brutal. Anyway, from here we're just going to wash off the windscreens and that, and then we might go take a look at, we're still deciding which track we do next. Righto, well there's been a bit of an update. The track that we had planned to do unfortunately has since been locked up, which is quite a bummer, but it is what it is. So we've decided to head for Mavora Lakes early, and we're going to camp not too far up so that we've still got all of tomorrow to explore the Mavora Lakes region. So yeah, it's going to work out alright. A bit of a bummer because I was really looking forward to the tracks which I had planned. But yeah, unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So we're currently pressing on about 30 odd k's to the south Mavora Lake, and yeah, we'll catch you there and we'll chuck it in low box and go explore, find a camp for the night. We are just cruising through up towards the Mavora Lakes, and we've reached South Mavora Lake. It is just so beautiful driving through these forests. Epic. We'll try and get some nice shots for you, but we are trying to also make good time so that we can get set up and then spend the next 2 days exploring this area.
The drive into Mavora Lakes is nothing short of spectacular, but once you reach the lake's edge with the track stretching ahead along the shoreline, the views somehow get even better. This is truly a special part of New Zealand, and access here is a privilege, one that's at a real risk of being lost. I have left links in the description to the dock website where you can gain access, along with a link to Adventure Guide where you can get detailed track information. If you plan on coming through, please stick to the formed tracks, preferably the main one, to help prevent further damage or widening. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I'm all for a hard 4-wheel drive mission. I like to push my truck and my skills, but this isn't that kind of track, and there's no need to try and turn it into one. There are plenty of tough trails across the South Island. Please respect this track, preserve the landscape, and make sure future access stays open for everyone. Soon enough, we had found ourselves a camp spot for the night, right on the edge of the lake. We unloaded the trucks, set up the tents, and went for a swim, which was much needed after a hot day on the dusty trails. How good.
High five. Oh, still cold! Far out then, drops off. I literally can't touch him on. It's still cold. You get used to it. It is so fresh. Hurry on. That is proper fresh. Whew. And the wind chill once you're out is brutal. Time to get warmed up, I reckon, and crack into the barbecue.
They use.
And the look on his dad's face was that of pure horror. And I think he told Tim to take it out right then and there.
Well, it is a fresh day. I kind of forgot to keep filming. Anyway, I can't even remember. I've mentioned that we've come up Mavora Lakes, but we've come to Carrie's Hut, which is at the top end of the North Lake. And there's a couple tracks which push up the valley further. I'll leave links again in the description down below to where you can see that all on Adventure Guide. So we're going to leave our tents set up exactly as they are. We've kind of dumped all the junk out of the trucks and we're going to go explore for a little bit. And I figured might as well just chuck this all in the one video. So yeah, a bit more action for the day. We're all pretty much ready to go, so we'll hit the tracks.
Same old spot, spending every dollar I got. 2-3 shots won't leave one dry, and a jukebox on lock. She just wanna party all night. We be two-stepping in the back of the dive. I've been down and Jack all night, tending to my keys cause they know I can't drive. On up north where the roads ain't one, stars ain't hard to find. Bottle of the best and you by my side, that's my peace of mind. And we've been on the go all day, she just wanna roll with me. From the bar to the stool all night, just you and I, two-stepping in a dive bar.
Righto, so we have made it to Boundary Hut. Didn't film a whole lot on the way in because it's pretty cruisy and not a lot to see, just waterhole after waterhole. But yeah, neat wee hut. Real tidy. Very nice. Anyway, we're not staying here for too long, we'll just bite to eat, and then we're going to cruise up the other valley towards the Forks Hut, which I understand is slightly hard to track. Which, yeah, it should be a bit of a harder track, which will be entertaining, couple river crossings. Yeah, should be neat.
We've been on the go, yeah. She just wanna roll with me. From the bar to the stool all night, just you and I, two-stepping in a dive bar. Yeah. Two-stepping in a dive bar. Yeah. Two-stepping in a dive bar. I hope you find someone. I hope you find a love. Someone who don't need much. Wind me up, lucky I got.
We briefly backtracked from Boundary Hut to the junction that leads towards Forks Hut. Before heading up the valley, we had a couple of rivers to cross, some of the clearest I've ever seen. Mavora Lakes was really putting on a show for us. As with the previous route, both the Boundary Hut and Forks Hut tracks are available on Adventure Guide, which is linked in the description below. The trek up to the Forks Hut certainly gave us more of a challenge, however not the sort of challenge we'd been looking for. The base of the track had worn away, leaving behind a sea of exposed rocks. Not big enough to be technical, but just large enough to seriously slow things down. You've heard Tim talk about nuisance rocks before, and these were certainly they. The next hour or so was spent slowly bumbling forward, but with the scenery only getting better, we soaked up every moment.
Well, after an incredibly bumpy trek in, made it to Forks Hut. We had a quick feed. I didn't pick up the camera, probably should have, but anyway. Show you inside the hut quickly. This is what we're dealing with. That's the toilet. It's actually quite a nice, decent sized hut. And most surprisingly, it's got a concrete floor. And not to mention some epic views out the window. No, I'm not talking about your Saf, sorry Joel. How good's that? Anyway, we are going to cruise back out of here now and go and find somewhere to have we swim, I think. But yeah, super lumpy track, and yeah, the creek crossings are pretty bouldery as well, but yeah, it was a good track. Well, it is now day 3 and our final day up here in the Mavora Lakes. It's been absolutely epic getting to spend parts of 3 days up here and just seeing all the different weather, and yeah, it's just beautiful. Last night we just boosted back, had a quick feed, and then we went up to the hut and watched a movie, and by that time it was absolutely tipping down with rain. Sorry, bugs. By that time it was absolutely tipping down with rain, and yeah, everything got a bit soaked, so it was a bit of a drying out this morning and trying to just, you know, get stuff sorted. But from here we're going to shoot back out, and then that's probably going to wrap up our trip. We're then headed off down to the Catlins for a week just holidaying, and Joel and Michaela are headed back to Christchurch, so we'll be going our separate ways. But I figure we'll film our trip back out, try to get some new shots for you guys, and yeah, just capture the beauty. So that being said, let's get into it. Think low thoughts, else. And let's hope the sunroof don't leak.
I don't think it's leaking.
It hasn't leaked yet. Go the Land Rover sunroof. Righto, well, we've boosted down to Gore and we just went through the car wash because the truck was looking a bit filthy for camping out in for another week. But yeah, I reckon we'll wrap the video up here. I'm actually quite impressed with that car wash. I didn't think it'd do too well. Obviously there's still mud packed in all the little nooks and crannies, but for a general clean off, can't complain. I was going to use the self-serve one, but we didn't have any money or any cash with us. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this short wee series. Bit of a different series to usual, doing a bit of the easier stuff. But wow, there's been some epic locations, and yeah, really enjoyed myself. We may have one more video on our way back from the Catlins. We might film. We're looking at doing one more track, but unsure. But otherwise we'll be back into the more typical content very soon. The fabrication and hard wheeling. We've got an event coming up in the next couple of months as well, so plenty coming up. So hit subscribe to stay tuned for all of that. Give us a like if you've enjoyed today's video. And yeah, with that all being said, we'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers guys for watching, we'll see you then. Oh, of course it doesn't start the one time I go to film.